Warning, this video is only for the serious, committed person who's willing to do what it takes and take an aggressive approach in a week to lose anywhere from 4 to 5 pounds. Very, very doable, but it takes discipline and commitment. And if you're still watching, then pay attention because I'm going to tell you what I do. So 1 pound is equivalent to 3,500 calories. If you wanted to lose 1 pound, we would be in a 500 calorie deficit every day times 7 days, and that gives us a 3,500 number and 1 pound. But we want to be way more aggressive than that. We want to lose 4 times as much as that. So we are going to be in a 2,000 calorie deficit every single day. Times that by 7, that'll give us a 14,000 calorie deficit, which is somewhere equivalent to about 4 pounds. So let's dig into our strategy on how we are going to lose somewhere between 4 to 5 pounds in 1 week. Fasting. We are going to fast. I don't want you to be intimidated. It's going to be easy. Trust me. We're going to do somewhere around a 12 to 14 hour fast, but a lot of it is going to be done during our sleep time. So you don't even have to stress it. I want your last meal the previous night to be somewhere around 9 or 10 o'clock at night. Maybe brush your teeth afterwards, so that will discourage you from eating anymore. Maybe go to bed earlier, but don't eat past 9 or 10 o'clock. Then we are not going to have our first meal until 11 or 12 the next day, giving us somewhere around a 12 to 14 hour fasting window. This is really going to be beneficial to us for several reasons. So maybe the most obvious is during this time period, like I mentioned, you are sleeping during a lot of it. So if you go to bed at 10 o'clock and you wake up at 9 o'clock, you're only looking at maybe 3 to 4 hours that you need to go without eating. During a fast, a type of metabolic switch occurs where your body is going to switch from using the glycogen from the carbs, and they're going to switch to using fat as the primary fuel source. This process is also known as fat oxidation. So it's very important that we do get off to a great start in the morning. And if anything, you can have black coffee, you can have carbonated water, regular water, maybe put some salt, some electrolyte stuff in there, some lemon juice for some flavor. But I want you to keep it at 0 calories so that you can stay in a fasted state and get all the benefits from it. During our fast, what we are going to do is get a nice long walk in. The first one is in the morning during our fasted time. As you can see, I'm walking right now. But let's talk about the benefits of walking and why I suggest and why I do low intensity walking over any type of high intensity cardio activity. Number one, you can do it all the time, anywhere, anytime. I'm doing it outside right now, but you could be walking around your office, acting like you're doing work, and just walk around getting steps in. Number two, you're able to multitask. Right? So I'm currently filming this video while I'm walking, getting my steps in. I will make phone calls. I'll text message. You can do so many things while you're walking. You've got your phone with you. It's so easy to do. But maybe most importantly, the reason we are walking for our cardio is that it's not going to trigger hunger. We're not going to be hungry after walking. If you go sprinting, you do some intense cardio on a bike, you're going to be drenched in sweat. And that is really going to trigger your hunger hormones. You're going to get hungry afterwards. And if you burned, 100 calories, you're going to go eat something and it's just going to be a wash. We're not walking for stamina. We're walking to burn calories. And it's the most efficient way to do it. I cannot emphasize it enough. I walk all the time, as much as possible. And you need to be doing it too. And for this strategy, you need to be making sure that you get in 2 to 3 long walks throughout this process. This is the morning. This is our first walk, and we're going for about 1.5 miles right now. All right, it is time for meal number 1. Now, I do have to say, I know you might be discouraged with what I'm going to show you, but stay tuned and stay for the whole video because I do have a great food surprise that I know you will love later on. But anyways, this is our first meal. It is 12 o'clock right now. It is noon. We've gone on probably about 2.5 miles as far as walking. So let's talk about what we are going to eat. So here's what we're eating with our first meal. We're going to start off with protein. Always eat your protein first because it does fill you up. It makes you feel satisfied. and it will discourage you from overeating. So we will eat the egg, strawberries, banana, and then I've got a Coke Zero. For those of you that have not tried the Coke Zero, you've got to try this thing. For like 2 years, I was on the Diet Coke trend, and then I went to the Philippines. Shout out to the Philippines. And they did not have Diet Coke there, but they did have Coke Zero. And I'm telling you, I can barely taste the difference between a Coke Zero and a regular Coke. They taste that good. We're gonna have some peanut butter as well, get some good fat in there. But I love peanut butter with the banana, and this is our lunch meal. My average caloric expenditure is probably right around 2,200 calories a day. I'm fairly lean, I don't weigh much, and I'm pretty active. But when I get in, 25 to 30,000 steps, like I have pretty much every single day this week, that brings up my total calorie expenditure closer to 3,000. So here's the simple math that I've kind of broken down. I'm expending right around probably 3,000 calories a day due to my height, weight, gender, and then my activity level, especially when you consider how much I'm walking, which I'm encouraging you to do the same thing. 3,000 calories I'm burning, and then I'm bringing in right around 1,000 calories a day. You guys saw my lunch meal. I'll show you my dinner meal here shortly, but simple math, 3,000 minus the 1,000 gives you a 2,000 calorie deficit for the day. Times 7, and you've got a 14,000 calorie deficit. So just kind of think about that math. If you're a bigger person, maybe after you do some walking, you'll get your expenditure up to maybe 4,000. So you can eat 2,000 calories then, and you still be at a 2,000 calorie deficit. All right, it's now time for our dinner. I'm gonna show you guys what we are rolling with here. I'll eat this maybe 30 minutes before I work out. So I've got my rotisserie chicken. This is pre-made chicken from Walmart. Put some spice on it, and it is super good. Got my banana, the peanut butter with that, and an egg. And then we've got a protein shake here. This is my biggest meal of the day. It's my last real meal. Got tons of protein. We will eat the chicken first, and then we will get into our workout. And that is where I'm going to surprise you guys with I guess you could call it a cheat snack that's actually beneficial for our workout. I'll show you guys that next. You guys have been waiting patiently for the treat that I've been talking about. We're about to start my workout, but what I eat during my workout, gummy bears. That's right. I chew on gummy bears during the workout, and I will tell you the benefits of it. But first, let's get this workout in. Why are we chewing gummy bears during our workout? Well, from a scientific standpoint, we chew the gummy bears because it allows us to replenish the glycogen that our body is using during our workout. It's a quick source of glucose and carbs to replenish our body. And that really gives us that extra energy we need to push through the workout. I get about 10 gummy bears, but the overall gains that you get from the workout definitely exceeds the calories that you are eating. So the other benefit of the gummy bears is just the overall dopamine effect, right? Like I look forward to my workout even that much more because I get to reward myself with some gummy bears during the workout. If you check out Arnold Schwarzenegger's videos from back in the day, he might have even been doing it unintentionally, but he was very big into chewing gum. And especially back then, the gum had a ton of sugar on it. So it's the same type of effect back then as we have now with the gummy bears. I enjoy gummy bears a lot more. So that is what we have during the workout. Okay, we are now on our last meal slash snack of the day for our plan here. And I'm going with some Greek yogurt, but it is a little bit of a mix. If you guys have had Greek yogurt before, you know it's just very, very bland, although the macros are very good. We got the Oikos remix, s'mores, vanilla non-fat yogurt with graham cookies, dark chocolate, and toasted marshmallow bark. Still very solid macros. And if you've watched my other videos, you should know about my hack when it comes to the nutrition label. If you look at the protein and you add a 0 to the end of it, that number needs to be equivalent to or greater than the overall calories per serving. So this fits slightly under my rule. Let's take a look at the macros here. We've got 11 grams of protein, 120 calories. So if you add the 0 to the protein, that would give you 110, slightly under, but the overall taste just makes up for it. This is my go-to late night snack. I like to put it in the freezer, and then when you kind of take it out, it's basically ice cream. I love it. Now, let's go ahead and summarize our plan for the week. You need to be getting in 20 to 30,000 steps, ideally. Fast in the morning, walk a ton, have your first meal right around lunchtime. Eat protein first in every one of your meals. Work out super hard in the weight room. Really focus on building strength in there. And don't worry about necessarily losing calories there. Have your gummies during that time. Use Coke Zero to fulfill your needs as far as your thirst goes. If you stick to this plan, you get in a ton of steps every single day, you fast in the morning. I promise you, this is not that hard. You can do it, you can be successful. And with this plan in place, you will lose about 4 pounds a week. Comment down below what you've enjoyed, any questions that you might have, and I'll see you guys on the next video.